they should stand firmly and only lift hand like this and stretch and come back. The other hand, stretch, come back. Both the hands, stretch. Now this position will really elongate the spine, or it will really open up the vertebrae. So this can be repeated 4 to 5 times, both the postures. The third variation of this is simple. Would you like to do it? One round at least to get the feel of it. Both the hands from front. Both the hands from sides. Okay. Now 3 rounds of each would means 9 rounds of it. But that itself will give us a very good stretch. It will provide good exercise to the spine and spinal muscles. Now upward stretch, then we have to ensure that the spine is held strong, it is made strong. So all the possible movements of spine we have to cover. So the next movement is spine can bend sideways, it can bend backward, it can bend forward, it can twist. So the second thing which we can do is twisting of the spine. So little distance between the legs. What we do is we inhale, lift the hands up and fix our gaze on index finger nail. Exhale. As we exhale, very gently we twist. Very gently. Go as much as you can without any pause. Inhale, come back. Exhale. Inhale, come back. Exhale, inhale. Simple. Let's do it. Do it as gently, as slowly as possible. Very gently. Inhale. Start exhaling. Start inhaling, come back to center. Exhale, go to the other side. Oh, by doing this? Okay. By stretching, by bend. Okay. Twisting. So that's very gentle. That's why I said, just go as much as you can comfortably, not stretching too far. Now this little gentle twisting of spine, this way and this way, it can really strengthen the spine. Okay, please sit. You might be thinking, what is this session? He's asking us to get up and sit down, get up and sit down. Okay, now gentle twisting of the spine. Then we have sideward bend, then we have backward and forward bending. So how do we do side bending? We join the legs like this. We take one hand up, inhale, go on inhaling. Now here the emphasis is on the stretch, not on the bending. So what we do is, we lift this hand up and stretch this hand and go sideways. So you'll find a very good sideward bend in the spine. Exhaling, come back. Then we go to the other side. Come back. So it's a good sideward bend. Let's do it. Okay. Please sit. So few rounds of this every day if we do, it will really provide exercise to all those muscles which are responsible for this movement of spine. Now we have to understand that why these muscles need to be strengthened is body is like machine. Many of you must be driving a car, many of you must be driving a motorcycle or two-wheeler. You know, when you start your two-wheeler or your car in the morning, or maybe 2-3 days you have not driven your car and you start your car, what do? After you start the car, what do? Warm it up. And after warming it up, what else? Yeah? So if you keep your car for 1, 2 months or 3 months without any motion, what will happen to the car? Some problem will occur. Same way our body requires maintenance every day. If you are keeping your car closed for 1 month, then every day you will instruct somebody that for 2-3 minutes you start the engine, warm it up and then close and keep it, so that it is in running condition. Same way, if our bodies are at rest, we are living a sedentary life, then we develop lot of musculoskeletal problems, and back problem is one of them. It's related to sedentary life, not exercising properly. So even these simple things, simple exercises which are done, they can strengthen the back muscle, and as a result we can have healthy back. So now other movements are there, backward and forward movement. So here what we do is, just observe, we support our back like this with both the hands and very gently inhale and go back, not bending too much but just little, and then we start exhaling. As we are exhaling, we slide the hands down. We don't separate the hands from the body. We slide the hands down like this and go as much as you can comfortably. If you can go only this much, it's okay. If you can go a little further, fine. And waiting here for 1 or 2 seconds, then slowly inhale. Come back to starting position. Feel again. We repeat like this. So few times, 4 to 5 times. We'll do it together. It's very necessary that we support the back properly and we don't bend too much. Just little. Inhale. Exhale. Go as much as you can comfortably. Be there for a while. Slowly come back. Sliding the hands up. Let the hands go to side. Stand straight. Feel your spine. Feel what changes have taken place. Now with this we'll repeat once more. Come back. Now once again we'll do, but third time you'll find that you can bend little more. You can go a little more and it will be more comfortable now. Do it. Maybe you can touch your toes, or near your ankles you can keep your hands. Slowly come back. Relax. Okay. Please sit.
What bending is a problem for me. I end up bending my knees.
Okay.
Reduce the pain.
So what you can do is, go only this much. You need not go all the way. See, we have to respect our limitation which the body has acquired. As far as the backache is concerned, back problems are concerned, as we are aging is one factor we have to always take into account, and we have to accept that. So with aging, some limitations come, but that doesn't mean that flexibility will not be there, or we cannot have totally pain-free existence. With exercises, we can have totally pain-free existence. Everyday functional life will be totally normal if we are keeping our back straight. back strong and muscles strong. So whatever possible limitation is there, within that limitation we can do. So if you can't bend too much, then go only this much. Come back. But every day if we do regularly, then we find the capacity increases. Then the muscles become strong, pain also reduces, flexibility increases, then we can do it better. But the secret is that every day some movement has to be there. Now you see, these were only representative exercises showing us that how to really take care of the back, how to strengthen the back. There are several others, like lying down I showed you in the beginning. So this is the most comfortable position when you have back pain. Don't do anything else, just lie down like this. This is known as Pavan Muktasana. So when you have lower back pain, don't do anything else. Just keep your hands like this and maintain this position. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Just be in this position. Nothing else. Till the pain subsides, just maintain this position. And when you are lying, when you are sleeping in the night, you can keep cushion and keep your legs little rest, so the back is comparatively comfortable. Similarly, if you have cervical problem, upper back problem, then again keeping the hands like this can be of help. Only just doing this and maintaining this position. Not doing anything else, no exercise, just do this. This will provide good relief to the neck region. And the other position which I showed you, both the hands on the abdominal area, the legs are folded, you can just have this kind of breathing. Then we graduate to little difficult postures and we try to strengthen the back muscles, abdominal muscles more. Now what happens is, in case of back problems, it is not only the back muscles which are responsible for the problem and the pain, it is the abdominal muscles as well. So if the abdominal muscles are weak, then also the back problem could be there. So when we are taking care of the back pain, we have to strengthen both the abdominal muscles as well as the back muscles. So whenever we are bending forward, we are normally working on the abdominal muscles. When we are bending backward, the back muscles are getting good exercise. So for back muscles, very simple posture. Keeping both the hands under shoulders, forehead on the ground. We start inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. So even few rounds of this can be of help. But here, the people again with pot belly, they have this root canal. There's a spinal condition in which the back is affected in such a way that you cannot do backward bending. It will aggravate the problem. See, our spine works like this. If you look at my hand, this is the front of the body, this is the back of the body. So if the spine has to work and bend forward, it can go like this. It can go all the way down. But if it has to bend back, how much it can go? Not beyond this. Same thing happens to the back. So backward bending is very restricted. Forward bending is possible. But sometimes it happens that if a person has developed this pot belly and continuously there is a pressure exerted on the lumbar region, L5 and S1 particularly gets affected there, or L4, L5 gets affected there. So such people should not try any of the backward bending positions like Bhujangasana, Shalbhasana, Dhanurasana. They should not try. They should try simpler versions of forward bending so that their spine gets properly exercised and the vertebral distance is maintained. And it can be restored to normal with the help of exercise. So these are some of the precautions we have to do. Many times people nowadays yoga has become a fad. So you will find that you have a back problem. Immediately somebody who has practiced yoga for some time or he has done recent course on yoga, he will say, Bhujangasana karo. But unless you are sure Bhujangasana is going to be of help, don't do Bhujangasana. Because it may aggravate the problem. What kind of problem it is, it will depend on that. So sometimes it can be little dangerous. So all the exercises are very simple, but then we have to do them with little caution. So there was a restriction of time, so the entire structure of the talk had to be changed.